course, the big question is, will Trump take the stand?
It would be extraordinary if he took the stand.
Oh my gosh, it would be, I think, reckless, but it would be certainly very dramatic. One important point on the appeal: if Donald Trump tries to appeal this gag order, A, he will lose. B, it will not delay the start of this trial.
So easier said than done, because delays have come from less than that. But the trial is expected to come, and when it comes, it's gonna last for a bit. So you're gonna need to buckle up. Here's an overview of what the timing could look like for it.
How long do you think this trial will go?
So the DA has said 6 weeks, but trials, having done them, have a way of sliding and extending. Maybe a juror gets sick, maybe a witness's testimony lasts longer. The other thing is, the DA can only estimate the DA's case. The DA doesn't necessarily know what the defense is gonna do in their case. Now, a defendant does not have to put on any affirmative case.
And in this case, I don't know what that affirmative case would be. He had the affair. They're not gonna adjudicate whether he had the affair, but he did. He paid her the money. He lied about it in his paperwork. It seems pretty open and shut. I don't know why that takes 6 weeks, but they're saying that it might. But Sharon, I do want your thoughts about that possible wrinkle. We still don't know if Trump is going to testify. And if Trump ever testifies live on TV, he's going to have to give a campaign speech. He doesn't have the ability to control himself or to self-censor. He's gonna be calling her horse face. He's gonna be talking about how I never would have paid her hush money. She's not my type. She's a 6 at best. Like, he's gonna be saying stuff like that and totally prejudicing the jury against himself. In addition to, we know the strategy of the prosecution is already going to be to bring up the various things that he said in this area. He's going to prove those things to be accurate. What do you think?
Well, I think it's going to be delicious. Number one, whether he testifies or not, he's going to say he is going to take the stand. He's going to say it until the last second. Now, he may very well do it, and be cautioned again and again about this campaign speech. He won't answer a single direct question, not a single one. And
No.
It's not going to just last 6 weeks, John. It's going to last probably, if his lawyers have their way, it could last 3 months. I once worked at Channel 2 in Baltimore, and a story fell through. And instead of putting another one in its place, I had producers in my ear who kept saying, talk slower, talk slower. I mean, I did the best I could, but you can't make up 6 minutes, okay? But that was their philosophy. And I think they'll object and they'll stand up and they'll sit down and someone will have to go to the bathroom. Someone's sick, maybe they're sick. I think I might have COVID, I don't know. But it's not gonna be 6 weeks, it's gonna be a circus, particularly if he has to be there. Might as well put on a show.
That is hilarious. They try to do that. Yeah, you talk slower, and then after you're done making a point, you say, "Let me repeat myself for those in the back of the room," and then just say the whole thing again. Thankfully, the problem on this show has always been that we try to fit way too much rather than the opposite. But anyway, that's an interesting strategy on their part. So your prediction, I just want to get us sort of down for the record. At this point, your prediction is that he will testify?
See, this one, because Stormy is ready and is announcing she's ready, no, I don't think he's gonna do it.
Okay, I really hope that she does. I do hope that. I don't think that he will, and I know that he wants to. And if we had not been through the E. Jean Carroll trial, I would say that he would, because she's gonna be revealing all this stuff about him, and there's gonna be stuff about the magazine being thrown around, stuff about mushrooms being thrown around. It's gonna be disgusting. So he would want to defend himself, but he was stopped from testifying in the E. Jean Carroll trial. So he can be controlled to that extent. He can't be controlled on Truth Social, but he can be controlled from testifying. So I think if he didn't testify at that one, he has to be convinced that it would harm him in this case. So I don't think that he will, which is unfortunate because it would be awesome. But anyway, the trial is still coming. 2.5 weeks from now, we'll begin. We're gonna be giving you, to the extent that information is revealed from the daily, the daily courtroom stuff, we're gonna be going over it and see what happens, because this is not like the other trials. This is a criminal one. Literal jail time is possibly on the line. So we'll be following that. For more political news breakdowns, interviews, stories of activism, and me trying my hardest to care about the occasional big celebrity news story, subscribe to our YouTube channel at youtube.com/thedamagereport. And you can ring the bell wherever it is so you don't miss anything.